Welcome back to TBN Network. Here with Sammy, Diego, Shane. Today we're breaking down the match week 4 schedule. Starting tomorrow, we have Tropico City on the road against Club Shiesty. Last game, Hayden was able to win 5 goals over BC Fleet. That's 5-2. And in Lawrence's last game, he was able to score 7 goals with an own goal and a foul in his win against the Big 7-3, and he currently is leading the league in goals right now with 14 goals. Aiden, though, leads the league in goals against average, the lowest, 2.6 goals a game given up. What do you think each team needs to do here to win? Sammy, why don't you start us off?
I think what they need to do to win is continue to be themselves. They shouldn't get out of character. This time of the season is when you start to define who you are as a club, as an organization, and if you start to question that, then your season's already done. You know what I'm saying? So keep the same approach. Don't be too overly thoughtful in your schemes. Just keep it simple. That's the easiest way to get your wins, your best wins. It's just keeping it simple and not overthinking. Just go out there and have fun. So
Right.
I think that's what they need to do.
Right. Who do you see taking this one, though?
I think that Tropico City is gonna take this one. I just trust. Or I just think that they're gonna. I like what their offense does. Real MCS has faced up against them. They were no easy opponent. I know this team is a good team. I just think they're in the upward trajectory, and I think that they can come out this week.
All right, Shane, who do you think's going to win this game?
It's a tough call just because both teams have shown that they're capable of scoring at a very high level and consistently at that. However, I think Tropico City does have a advantage in the clearing industry, but in the clearing department, yeah.
2.67 goals against average. That's unheard of.
Yeah, right. It's insane, and again, it comes back to clearing. He's able to get the ball out of his box very smoothly and very consistently at that. So, with my pick, I think I'm gonna take Tropico City, just given the fact that he is solid and has been solid on that defensive end.
Yeah. What about you, Diego?
Yeah, I'm gonna go the other side. I'm gonna go Club Shiesty. They're at home. They're a very solid team, and Tropico City, they have a very low goals against, but they also don't really score that many. Shiesty leads the league right now, so if we could see them keep it pretty hot right now. The last game they put up 1 against themselves. They donated a goal to the other team. Maybe they'll do the same here. Who knows? Sometimes they know they have such a big league. They're like, shit, let's get this guy back in the game and make it fun for me at the last minute.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe we'll see them on home field play some of that, shiesty ball.
That fun pickup.
What about you? What do you got?
I got Tropico City winning this one. I think that goals against average really a testament to how scary it is to take them on. And I don't know, maybe it'll just affect Club Shiesty. But in Friday's matchup, we have the Big Pinos on the road against Cujos United. Both teams are winless, looking for that first win of the season. Shane only has 6 goals this season so far, and 2 in his loss last game to Club Shiesty. And on the other side, we have Hayden, who has 10 goals this season, scoring 4 last game in his loss. So, what do you think each team has to do here, Diego? Why don't you start us off? And who do you think is going to win this one?
Yeah, well, what both teams needs to do is only one team can is get the lead first. Both these teams are struggling, and I feel like if one team scores first, that team might just end up, feeling the confidence in themselves, the true ball that they can play, that they've played in the preseason. They've shown in the league, but sometimes in the second half it falls away. So this time I think I'm gonna go Cujos. I'm gonna go Cujos. They're a little more experienced in the rougher games, and I think they have a little chip on their shoulder. They feel like they're much better than a losing record shows. What about you?
100%. I think going to this game, both teams have really nothing to lose, but everything to prove. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be very action-packed between the two sides. I can tell you what both sides, well, at least in Big Vino's case, he just needs to get the ball in the fucking net. We've seen Cujo's United has no problem of doing that, and has been pretty solid on the defensive end. However, I think Big Vinos is going to this with a level of confidence that he just can't be stopped.
Yeah.
So
hear
he's
you.
not
got
the
nothing to
you know what I
lose.
mean. So
I
I
hear
think
you.
I'm gonna take him in this game.
I hear you.
What about you, Sammy?
You know, I'm gonna take Cujo's. You know, if you go off based off last week, the competitive edge that is settling in this club's like in their veins. You know, itching for that win is just something that they have built their brand on of Vino. And, you know, not getting it early in the season can really do something to a lot of clubs. But, you know, what they have to back on that is being one of those older clubs. Like, that's going to be storylines throughout this whole season is until they're playoff teams, they're still rookie clubs. You know what I'm saying? So this is still the true veteran clubs, and they have that to back on themselves. And in a slump right now, but I see them coming away with this. Should be a close game, but I think Cujo should take this one out.
I have a little bit of a shocker here, but it'll be the first time in Tribino Network history. I'm going to bet that this will be a draw. Both
Okay.
teams are going to come out firing. They obviously want that win, right? Big Vinos, I think, will show their true offensive talents this game. And at that, I think Cujo's will match them. But I think what will set it aside is the fact that neither team has proven to have the edge. We saw that with Cujo's first game in Club Shiesty. They could have scored, they maybe did, but it was called no goal. And as for Big Vinos, they've been able to get leads, but never a couple goal leads.
Last
So-
time it
Never
was
able to
too
actually
close.
solidify it.
Yeah.
So I see this one being back and forth, real tight the whole time, and probably just finishing out of time.
That might be a smart way to go because we've seen like sometimes it just comes down to the wire and it's no team is able to get it all. So hey, that might play for you.
Might be a safe call.
Yes, and then on Saturday, the Battle of the Brothers commences. Rounding out the week, we have Sammy taking on Diego. BC Fermentas are hosting Real MC. In their last game, Sammy was able to score 5, beating Cujo's United 5-4. And he's currently got 12 goals this season, averaging 4.33 goals against average. 0 own goals. He's a -1, has 2 fouls. His brother, very, very similar stat line, 12 goals himself, averaging that same goals against average of 4.33. But he has 1 own goal. He's still a -1, but no fouls. In last game, he had 2 goals, an own goal, and a foul in his loss to Tropicos City. Shane, please tell us, who do you think is going to win this game?
Oh,
Maybe
man.
what does each team really need to do? This is
Well, it's a battle of the brothers, so you know.
I was
there's
about to
gotta
say,
be-
it's a sibling rivalry.
There might be some like little tension on the field, little sibling rivalry dating back in the old days. But coming to this game, you know, both teams are very well-rounded teams. We had Real MC have that come from behind win in the final seconds of his last game, and we had BC Metas put an absolute scoring clinic on Big Nino's last game.
Right.
So I think that's just a testament to their play style and how impactful they have been throughout the season, just rising up in the leaderboards and doing all that. But at the end of the day, I think it's a tough decision, but I think BC Metas is going to be holding their head high.
All right. Home team. What about you, Diego?
Yeah, I like the home teams. I'm gonna go with the home team. Just a little more experienced club. And like you said, the stats are very identical, so you can't really say one team has an advantage over the other in scoring or defense. They're both very even teams. So I'm looking for a very even match, but I'm taking the home team for Metas now.
All right, Sammy, over to you. What are you thinking?
You know, I just think it's funny, you know. You definitely know that mom's going to go home happy, regardless of this. But I just like to look at the numbers. You know, all the stats are identical, but the only difference is there's one on goal difference, but the fouls are a difference of 2. And there's a 2-year age difference. So I just think that's funny going into the game. But, you know, I would say that BC has it, but you know, little brother got something to say. You know, I think that is going to be. This may have been the second game that was circled on that schedule. It was. This is a game that has been locked in before the league started, before Bino was known, before sports were known. Competition with the older brother is a definite. So, been gunning for a win for forever. They're like as rare as a unicorn, and I don't really watch too much shows with unicorns, so I don't see it. So
looks like it's a home run that he's taking himself to.
right, I'm about to bet the house money on myself. Self betting. But
He knows
big
it,
brother.
baby.
Yeah, how about you? Who you taking in this one?
I'm going to take a little brother as well. Real C, I think, is going to come up victorious. Being the youngest in my family, I know that if you're playing any of your siblings or just any of your family members, they all just count you out and they try to give you the benefit of the doubt. But when you beat them, it doesn't matter. They're going to tell you they let you win. So you just stick it to them one of these. And that's it. That's it. You say, look at the scoreboard, baby. We won. So I'm going to take that one for sure. But rounding out next week 4, that will be the final game. And currently the standings, you got Club Shiesty, top of Group A, by a point. Real C has a chance to move into first if there's a tie or a loss from Club Shiesty. And over in Group B, we have a tie for first between the Fumetas and Tropico City. Unfortunately, Baked Beanos and Kudos United are
Still trying to find their legs.
still trying to get going in the win column, but we'll see you tomorrow for Tribe Bino Liga Match Week 4.